Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Rumen. Welcome back to Silent Hill 3 100%, where I will be completing the game and then finishing it all off with a 10-star run at the end of it. I made a minor mistake last episode, being that I didn't actually examine any flavor text in this first room here, and I like to do that. I like to examine a bunch of flavor text in these walkthroughs, so I will be doing that. A rabbit doll? No, it's a costume. Is there someone in there? It looks like there is, but I don't feel like making sure. Me neither, Heather. You can examine this one over here. It's a giant rabbit costume. Why would this be here? I don't know, but it sure is spooky. And what's this? Something strange in a cagey box thing. A person? Not quite. I don't really want to stare at it for very long, whatever it is. You can come over here and examine this too if you want. It's a popcorn wagon, but there's no one here to sell it. Where did they go? I don't know. Seems like we're the only one here. And I'm not going to waste much more time, so I'm just going to examine this final thing and then we'll be on our way. A huge map signboard. To the north, that is, if I keep going the way I'm facing, I'll find the roller coaster. Is this an amusement park? Is it? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Let's examine this door, shall we? That weird old detective is out there, so I'm not leaving. Neither would I. You can examine this suspicious symbol on the wall. Let's see what this is all about. The mark on the smear. It looks so familiar somehow. What do I know it from? Where did I once see it? And why does my head hurt so much when I try to remember it? Yes, this symbol is this game's save point, and there are 30 of them in the game, and I'll try to be showing where all the save points are. I mean, I won't try to. I will show where they all are. Guess someone's in there. It's kind of weird. Yeah, it's occupied. Rude of me to keep knocking, huh? James, she is not. James would just keep knocking forever. He don't care. I don't like mirrors. It's almost like there's an unknown world right on the other side, and the person staring at me isn't really me. It's just an imitator. I know how stupid that sounds, but that's how I feel. But if I keep thinking about it, it just makes me feel sick. As you can see, our protagonist here has so much flavor text. Like, she has a lot of personality in her flavor text. If we try to run back down the other way, it's just blocked, so we gotta run this way. I'm gonna run down here and examine this van because the flavor text for it is pretty interesting. I'm going to try to examine a lot of interesting flavor text in this playthrough. Well, that's helpful. Maybe I should walk around it. Never mind. How did this car park here? Yeah, how did this park here? I feel like the other Silent Hill protagonists wouldn't even question it. Alright. We are officially in a location. You can examine this if you want, but nothing really interesting there. This hallway is a pretty good location to show the differences between the difficulties in this game. You see, on hard mode, Heather can actually bonk into walls, so if I keep running here... Yeah, see that? She will just straight up, bump into this wall, which is pretty funny. I always like that little detail. And another difference between hard and normal and easy mode is wall bouncing. So if you, if I get out my knife, right, and I attack this wall right here, you'll see that the knife actually bounces off the wall. That does not happen on easy mode. Alright, we just want to run down here and enter this door over here. Look at that. Man, this game looks so beautiful for a PS2 game. Granted, I'm upscaling it, but still. This is the only place you can enter right now, so feel free to enter it.
is this thing?
Man, I wish these things went down in just 7 handgun shots. It's definitely not human. I've never heard of such an animal. No way is it a costume. It sounds crazy when you say it, but monster is the only word for it. But I don't think I'm crazy. It's a monster. I killed it. Oh man, what's wrong with... What happened to her? I can tell from here that it's dead. Should I call the police? Not like they'd believe if I said someone's been killed by a monster. Oh, there's a monster right here. Anyway, you can pick up those handgun bullets. There will be more on other difficulties, so yes, only 1 pack on hard mode. I got the shopping mall map. Oh, it appears we made it to our first dungeon, so let's get started. Now, before we go all the way upstairs, we want to go into your options and then equip the handgun bullets. You can reload your handgun or whatever you have equipped as supplies by just pressing an R3. And there we go, we have a fully loaded gun. I wish I got a better camera angle of that, but here we have a numb body. These guys will go down in 5 bullets every single time. There are no ifs, ands, or buts about it. 5 bullets will always be all it takes. Look at my map so you can see where I am. I am right here on the map. We want to enter Helen's Bakery. Grab these tongs. You can examine this flyer if you want to. There's a flyer. Crispy toasted bread right to your very door. Everything on sale, Helen's Bakery. Yes, no point, but you can examine it, so I did. On New Fear game, there will be a flamethrower right here, so yeah, very cool. It's bread, but I'm not really hungry, so I guess I don't need to worry about it. That's all there is in here, so let's just leave. There are a bunch of closers in this area, as you can see there and there. But yes, we don't gotta worry about them. You can enter this door right here, and then grab some beef jerky. Just run around that double head, you know. No need to fight him, no need to waste ammo on him. On New Fear game, there will be a beam saber right here if you complete the requirements to unlock it. You can unlock the beam saber by getting more melee kills than shooting kills on your first playthrough. That's got a health drink and a handgun bullets right there. Something's fallen between the table and the floor. I think it might be a key. If my arms were a little longer, I might be able to reach it. There's a huge pile of cardboard boxes on the table, full of books. It's too much of a pain to move something that heavy. Well, lucky for us, we have some tongs, but before we do that, let's examine the house key, shall we? Daisy Villa Apartment 102 is carved into the key. Guess that's where we live. Dad gave me this pendant on my birthday. It's one of my treasured belongings. There's a jewel inside. Looks like a little red tablet. When I asked Dad what it was, he said, just a lucky charm. But then he told me to take good care of it and never take it off. Interesting. I got the key taken with tongs. Key taken with tongs. The key was dropped in the storeroom. I used the tongs to get it. There's a tag on the key that says My Bestsellers. My Bestsellers? A bookstore key? Well, it looks like I know where our next destination is going to be. Hey look, it's that symbol again. It's like a magic circle I remember reading in a book on black magic. Does it seem so familiar because I read about it in that book? No, that's not it. It's not the book. It's from the altar. Altar? What am I thinking? So yeah, that's interesting. It's like she has some repressed memories akin to another Silent Hill protagonist. Some more numb bodies. Just run around them, you know, you don't want to waste your ammo. And right here, that store right there, you want to enter it. And right here we have a puzzle, but before I go over the hard mode version of this puzzle, I'm going to go over the easy and normal versions first. Alright, and here I am. This is the easy riddle level. I'm wearing a costume just to add some variety. You want to pick up Shakespeare Anthology 1 and Shakespeare Anthology 3. And as you can examine this bookshelf, there's a space for some books here. Is it where the ones on the floor belong? Yes, so very simple puzzle. We must simply insert the books where they belong. So 1 goes there, and then 3 goes here. 7, 2, 4, 5. And now we want to go over here. And you must simply insert the code here. And now for the normal version. We got all 5 anthologies on the floor, and it's basically the same exact puzzle, except you have 5 of them instead of 2 of them this time. So you just want to jigsaw these books in a way so that the number appears. See, that's out of order, so this one would probably go right here. 2 would probably go there. Yeah, see, we're making an image. Does that one go there? Yep. And then this one probably goes... Nope, that one doesn't go there. Maybe right there. Yes. And finally, there we go. 0917. And here I am back on hard riddle level. Just want to pick up all of the anthologies on the ground, and unique to hard riddle level is that when you examine them, you can actually see which anthology they represent. I'm not much for sentimental slop like Romeo and Juliet, so you can tell that Shakespeare Anthology 1 is in fact Romeo and Juliet. Shakespeare Anthology 2? King Lear's on this one. I've never read that. 3. One line from Macbeth that I just can't forget. Life's but a walking shadow, a poor player, that struts and frets his hour upon the stage and then is heard no more. 4. Hamlet is in this one. I've never read that. 5. Othello is in this one. I must have read it, but I forgot what happens. So, yes, you want to remember which anthology represents which book. You can come over here, pick up these handgun bullets. Again, there are more on other difficulties. You can examine this paper right here. And here is the tragedy. Art thou player or audience? Be as it may, the end doth remain, all go on only toward death. The first words at thy left hand, a false lunacy, a madly dancing man. Hearing unbearable words drawn to beloved's grave, and there mayhap true madness at last. As did this one playing at death, find true death at the last. Killing a nameless lover, she pierced the heart rent by sorrow. Doth lie invite truth? Doth verify but wear the mask of falsehood? Ah, thou pitiful, thou miserable ones. Still cometh lies, though the end cometh not. Wherefore yearn for death? Wilt thou attend to thy beloved? Truths and lies, life and death, a game of turning white to black and black to white. Is not a silence brimming with love more precious than flattery? A peaceful slumber preferred to a throne besmirched with blood? One vengeful man spilled blood for 2, 2 youths shed tears for 3. 3 witches disappeared thusly, and only the 4 keys remain. Ah, but verily, and here is the tragedy. Art thou player or audience? There is nothing which cannot become a puppet of faith or an onlooker, peering into the cage. Now, almost every single paragraph in this poem correlates to one of these books. If you re-examine the poem, a false lunacy, a madly dancing man, hearing unhearable words, drawn to beloved's grave, and there mayhap true madness at last. This poem refers to Hamlet. As did this one playing at death, find true death at last, killing a nameless lover, she pierced a heart rent by sorrow. The second verse refers to Romeo and Juliet. Doth lie invite truth, doth verify, but wear the mask of falsehood, ah, thou pitiful, thou miserable ones. This one refers to Macbeth. Still amidst lies, though the end cometh not, wherefore yearn for death. Truth and lies, life and death, a game of turning white to black and black to white. The fourth paragraph here refers to Othello. And finally, the last verse here is King Lear. Is not a silence brimming with love more precious than flattery, a peaceful slumber preferred to a throne besmirched with blood? Now, at first glance, it seems like the code is 41325. However, this next passage says otherwise. One vengeful man spilled blood for two. Spilled blood for two would mean that the first number would be multiplied by 2. 2 youths shed tears for 3, means that the second book's number needs to be multiplied by 3. 3 witches disappeared thusly and only the 4 keys remain. That means that you need to take out the second 3 in this number code. And now you must insert the final code, which would be 8352. Now, before we go through that door, we actually want to come back here and we want to put these books back on the bookshelf. This is because if you don't do this now, they will be stuck in your inventory for the rest of the game, and that can be a little bit annoying. So yes, just put them back on the shelf so they're not hoarding up your inventory. There we go. And now we can finally leave.
Hey, wait, what's going on? Where is everybody? Those weird monsters?
They have come to witness the beginning. The rebirth of paradise, despoiled by mankind.
What are you talking about?
Don't you know? Your power is needed.
How should I know?
I am Claudia.
So what?
Remember me, and your true self as well. Also, that which you must become. The one who will lead us to paradise with blood-stained hands.
Claudia, right? Did you do all this?
It was the hand of God.
I don't get it. What does she want me to remember?
I don't get it either. I really don't. I think you can examine these, but nothing really too important. You want to come down here, and I think you can examine these lockers too. Yeah. You want to enter the elevator right here. Look at that, the noise effect is kicking on. And now we must wait. What is this? A radio? What the hell is this thing doing falling down from the ceiling? Anyway, I guess that explains the static from just before. But all it's picking up is static. I wonder if it's broken. Yes, we finally have the radio. Alright, let's do this.
Is this a dream? It's gotta be. Not even a kid could believe in this. But when am I going to wake up?
That's such a great cutscene. Anyway, you need to be careful because there are double heads everywhere. You want to make a beeline dash to this door right here. Alright, and here we have a save point. This again, looking at it makes my head hurt, but at the same time, it's like so familiar. I know I've forgotten something really important, but I also have the feeling that I'd be better off not remembering it. Alright, so there's a save point right here, so that seems like a nice convenient place to end off on. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed.